Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. I'm your host Rob, and this video we're going to do a little bit of Godzilla 2014 general discussion, more directly talking about the poster reaction and the new toy image that has recently popped up on the internet. Okay guys, welcome back. So a couple of people asked me to do this video responding to some fans out there, or some people who think that Godzilla is going to be the actual size that he is in the poster. Some people asked me publicly, some people requested this via email, and you know, I gotta be honest, after the poster came out, I didn't really see any negative reaction or people believing that he would be this size. For the most part, the circles that I've been in know that he's not going to be that size. But when I expanded my search, yeah, apparently there seems to be a big issue with his size in the poster, where some people think he's going to be that big. You know, I'm going to be very forthcoming about this. I'm going to make this pretty short and sweet. As much as I sit here and I call bullshit on websites or whatever, or all the crap news, at the same time, to be fair, I think the fan has to take some responsibility to know what is real and what is not, to believe what they hear or read and not believe it. If fans are going to sit here and believe, and on top of that complain or respond to the size of the picture or the size of Godzilla in the picture, then that's on them. No one here, not me, not you, not anyone, can convince someone not to be incompetent. There's no other way to put it. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. If you have been watching movies for years, even if you watch old school movies or old school posters from back in the day, well before Godzilla ever came into existence, this is a common practice in cinema. When you're promoting a movie and you make a poster, 9.5 times out of 10, the star of the movie, be it a real person or a monster or some sort of character, whatever the case may be, is usually increased in size to stand out in the poster. Now, why people suddenly forgot this when they saw this poster is beyond me. The second thing is, there's this thing, I don't know if anybody knows this, maybe it's a recent scoop. There's this trailer that came out for the movie back on December 10th. Probably a good reference to get the real size of what Godzilla's going to be. I mean, the evidence is out there as to what his real size is going to be. I don't know why this is even a topic of discussion. I don't know why people are confused about whether or not he's going to be this big. He clearly is not. First of all, it would look absolutely ridiculous on film. You wouldn't even, if you wanted to keep it in a realistic perspective, and I know that's stretching it considering it's about a monster. I mean, do you understand the kind of complicated camera angles they would have to create to get not only Godzilla in the picture, but maybe some other elements of the film, like other buildings? I mean, he's towering over those buildings. It would be very difficult to get a shot of him on top of the buildings unless you're shooting him from the waistline. So I think the only thing I got to say about this is if people want to be that incompetent, just let them. Just let them. That way, when the movie comes out and they realize that they were wrong or that they didn't do their homework, you have the pleasure of saying, I told you so. And that's it. There's really no other way to put it. Now, in terms of this recent toy that popped up online today, as far as I know, again, I'm going to pull the pictures up first. Before I say, I'm going to pull each picture up because I also have the picture of the unofficial, I guess it was like a toy fair where they showed like a prototype of a Godzilla toy, and then another picture that popped up that was, I think it was of the prototype. I'm going to pull those up one by one. I'm going to pull up the new picture today, and let's take a look at it here. And as you can see, he's chilling there with, you know, the Monsters character from Monsters, Inc. There's Thor's hammer. Looks like something Batman related in the back there. And yeah, so This also looks like it is from a toy shelf, and from what I understand, this image was posted on somewhere around Facebook. I don't know who, I don't know what the source is, but it was posted on Facebook, and it looks like it comes from China. Now, this next picture is a picture we've all seen before, okay? And this is the picture of the Godzilla that was an unofficial design. It was rumored to be a prototype that was displayed at some sort of toy fair, from what I understand, if memory serves me. And then the next picture is, I believe, the same thing. Now, the significant difference, obviously, is the size. The two prior pictures I showed were of the tail. The tail's in long, it's stretched out. And the one that recently popped up today, the tail is curved. Now, you guys seen the pictures just now. I'll let you be the judge. My opinion, it's a bootleg. That's my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. I don't have a source. I'm giving my opinion. Why do I think it's a bootleg? Well, I used to live in New York, and in New York, if you walk through Manhattan, any parts of Manhattan, especially Chinatown, there are a lot of little gift shops, little toy shops, or whatever the case may be, that you can walk in and you can get yourself a nice pair of the most recent Jordans for $15. Why? They're bootleg. China has a very, very big bootleg market where they develop bootleg popular items, ship them to their what's the word I'm looking for? I guess ship, for lack of a better word, ship them to the businesses here in the States, and they sell knockoffs for a significant discount. They look like the real thing. Sometimes they feel like the real thing, but they're not. They are knockoffs. And things that they've knocked off: Nike sneakers, Gucci bags, Coach bags, very, very popular items. Prada shoes. It's very common. It's a very, very common thing in big cities. So it doesn't surprise me that the first leak of a Godzilla toy comes from China. This is what they do. Does it make sense for it to happen now? Yeah, somewhat, because if you think about it, the people over there are no different in business than we are over here. They do the research. They check the market. They watch websites. They know that Godzilla toys are a hot topic right now. They know the releases are around the corner. So what better way to make money now than to start shipping and displaying Godzilla knockoff toys to make a quick buck? Makes perfect sense to me. So, but overall, you guys have seen the pictures. I will let you decide if it's real or not. If you think it's real, fantastic. If you think it's fake, fantastic. Whatever you want to decide. But I'll tell you this. If you start seeing this toy that I just showed pop up on eBay within the next couple of days or within the next week, if it pops up on eBay for sale for like $15 to $25, if not more, chances are it's fake. Okay, there's really no other way to put it. So that's really it. That's all I got to discuss on these two topics. I mean, it's like I said before, guys. This is something you're gonna have to deal with until the movie releases. There have been no official word from any toy company that the Godzilla toy released anywhere around the world. I really haven't been following the toys very much because I'm not a big collector. Like I've said in the past before, I have kids, so the idea of collecting anything toy related to me will lose its value as soon as my kids break it. Like I said, believe what you want. If you think the toy's legit, that's fine. It just doesn't make sense for me that the toy would suddenly release in China, make its way to a toy shelf in China that is surrounded by Monster Inc. toys, a Thor hammer, and Batman, who's in the background there somewhere. Sometimes, guys, you just got to think logically. I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer. I'm just tired of crap news and crap merchandise. I'm holding for the real deal. And when the real deal comes out, you're going to see the enthusiasm I had back in the day when I was the same way like some of you, hoping against hope. Every time I heard a new story, every time I saw a new poster or whatever, or the trailer release date, I'm not hoping against hope anymore. I'm going to think things out logically. I'm going to try and make sense out of things, and then I decide whether or not I want to believe it. And like I said before, if I turn out to be wrong, then really it's not such a bad thing, because then the truth is that it's either a legitimate toy or a legitimate trailer release, whatever. So right now, that's your evidence. Take it the way you want to take it. Dissect it the way you want to dissect it. I think it's a bogus toy. It might even be photoshopped in there. Who knows? So I'll let you guys decide on that. Let's hope the next Godzilla video I do is something worth legitimately, something that has some water, something that's legit, maybe a legitimate trailer release or something. But it's really unfortunate that the majority of my videos lately have been pretty much about stuff that's just not true, and having to tell people, or at least give them some food for thought as to whether or not this stuff is legit. I do not think this toy is legit. The detail is clearly significantly different from the other two images, even though the other two images are not are prototypes, or may not be legit themselves to some extent. But the bottom line is, I don't know about anybody else. Educate me if I'm wrong, but there was no official toy release yet. So for it to pop up on any shelf, let alone a shelf out in China somewhere, it just doesn't make any sense. Yep, so anyway, guys, that's it for this video. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.